Of all of those metals, the arsenic, the cadmium, it's really opened up a lot of eyes around here.
Did you know the EPA says Oregon has the third largest population at risk of excess cancer due to air pollution? Only California and New York are worse. Tim Becker's digging deeper into this. He joins us live with much more. Tim, sobering statistics.
Yeah, Jeff, Jennifer, I mean, people around the whole state of Oregon and certainly the city of Portland like to think that this place is clean and green, but we're finding out that is not necessarily the case, at least as much as we would like to think. Even when rain cleans the toxic metals out of our air like it is doing right now, it can end up contributing to ground and water pollution problems.
Clean up your dirty air.
It is news nobody wanted to hear. Dangerous levels of cadmium and arsenic found in the air around a local glass company.
The method that it would get into the environment is through emissions from the melting process.
For hazardous air pollutants, there's nothing.
Environmental scientist Linda George tells me the air in Portland, like most other cities, isn't sufficiently measured for hazardous pollutants, in part because we have a lot of small industry.
But because of the way the federal laws worked, you know, the smaller companies were lower on the priority in terms of EPA. And if you think about Portland, we're mostly small businesses.
The Portland Harbor Superfund site is a casualty of industry gone wild in years past. The 11-mile stretch of the Willamette River from the Broadway Bridge to Sulvey Island is to this day a work in progress, with the EPA saying that the contaminated groundwater status is still not under control. Toxic metals in the air, even today, can still have an effect there.
It's true that there are a lot of metal deposition from rainwater, from cleansing the air.
But the effort to measure that airborne metal pollution is almost non-existent. This one facility in North Portland covers about a 2-mile radius. The darkest red areas here show 10 times or greater acceptable levels of butadiene for next year. This is the 2017 projection for arsenic levels, and diesel particulates are regularly 50 times over the established benchmark levels.
Portland's not exceptional in terms of its air quality with respect to hazardous air pollutants. It's pretty good in some of the other pollutants.
And those other pollutants that Dr. George says we do well in when it comes to testing are what they call criteria pollutants, things like carbon monoxide and ozone. She says we do have measuring systems in place for those, so we consistently test well under the safe levels. Back to you.
Okay, thank you for that, Tim.